students. Today the topic that we'll be discussing it now is about the potentiometer. So potentiometer isn't nothing but like a meter bridge only. Meter bridge is mainly to identify the unknown resistance in the circuit, but this potentiometer, as the name suggests, it is mainly used to find out the potential difference or the internal resistance, or we can compare two EMFs of a cell. Okay, so the potentiometer, how does it works? So if you see to the circuit here, this is a potentiometer bridge. Okay, I'll be showing you how the potentiometer bridge looks like. Okay, let's go to the bridge now. Okay, now as you have seen the bridge, now let us look at the connection now. So this is the point A. This is the part of the potentiometer wire, which consists of a 3 wire, or it can be 6 wire, or it can be of 10 wires. Okay, so the bridge consists of the total 10 numbers of wires. Maximum 10 number of wires are there. So each wire has a length of 1 meter, which is equals to 100 centimeter. Or if you consider total length of the wire in the bridge, it is equals to 1000 centimeter. Okay, so each wire consists of 100 centimeter. So I have drawn only shown the 10 wires in a single wire only. Okay, now from the point A, as you can see in the bridge also, from the point A you will be connecting a battery eliminator, which is your source. Okay, then we connect it to the rheostat, which is a variable resistor we can consider, and this is nothing but your key. Okay, so then after that point will be connected to the point B, and from the point A one more part will be connected, which is connected to your galvanometer, which is mainly used to see whether your current is flowing in the circuit or not, and the jockey, which we used to see in the potentiometer, where we get the null deflection, because this principle is based on the null deflection only. So what is the basic working principle of this potentiometer? Now if I consider here, this potentiometer is mainly used to find out the potential difference, as I have already told. Then why don't we use the voltmeter? Okay, so because the reason behind is that the voltmeter is less sensitive with respect to the potentiometer. This can measure a small value of potential difference, and one more difference is that when we connect a voltmeter, it draws a current from the circuit. Okay, but if you connect a potentiometer, it does not withdraws a current from the circuit. So it will be much more sensitive if it don't draw current from the circuit. Okay, so we can make this potentiometer wire more sensitive if the current we can decrease in the circuit. And similarly, by how can you decrease the current? By increasing the value of this rheostat. Okay, and the second thing, by increasing the length of this wire. The more the length will increase, the more the sensitivity of the potentiometer. Now let us see how does it works. So we have to gently tap over this wire. We'll be getting a point where the galvanometer deflection will be showing 0. Okay, that is called as a null point, and that null point is nothing but when the current potential difference at point A and the potential difference at point B will be the same. That's why the current flowing to the galvanometer becomes 0. Okay, now let us see how the principle looks like. Now if I use the Ohm's law, we know that V is equals to I into R. This is our Ohm's law. Okay, and if I use the resistivity formula, then we can write as I, in place of R, I can write as I rho L by A. Since we know R is equals to rho L by A. This is our formula. Now if I use here this, if you see the formula here your I is constant, rho is constant, A is constant. If I put all the constant in the same term, that is I rho by A in a single bracket into L, this is equals to V. So since these are all constant, I can replace it by a single constant, which is equals to K. I can write into L, that is V is equals to K into L. And we know this K is nothing but a proportionality constant. So if I break this constant, so I will be getting as V directly proportional to L. So this is your potentiometer principle. So as I have already told it, more the length increases, the more the sensitivity of the potentiometer increases, and this potential difference is directly proportional to your length. Okay, by using this we can do two applications. One is a comparing EMF of the cell, and one is determining internal resistance of the cell. Now let us see how to do it. So we were discussing about the potentiometer. So now we'll be discussing about the application of the potentiometer, which is the first application. We can consider this as a comparing EMF of two cells. So how to compare the EMF of the two cells now, you see. This is similar to the previous circuit diagram that we have drawn in the potentiometer principle. So you can see this, the upper part of the circuit is almost similar, but if you see the secondary part of the circuit, it is the lower part of the circuit, there is a little bit differences there. Here we are connecting two cells, one is E1 and E2. These are all are the electrochemical cells. So here E1 we can consider this as a Leclanché cell, and E2 this is called as a Daniell cell. Okay, and if I consider the difference between these two electrochemical cells is that this Leclanché cell uses an electrolyte of ammonium chloride, and this Daniell cell uses an electrolyte as ammonium chloride, and also it uses a copper sulfate, because this consists of a copper vessel in which we put the copper sulfate. So these electrochemical cells, as we already know that there are two cathodes and anodes, and we have the electrolytic solution. So this offers some EMF. Okay, so this EMF we are considering here, one is E1 and the other as E2. Now we need to compare this Leclanché cell and a Daniell cell. So if I compare this, we have the lower part, we have the two chemical cells, then we have the, this is a two-way key. Okay, two-way key. So this is the middle switch. Okay, middle switch, and this is the switch 1, and this is the switch 2. Then we have the resistance box. With the resistance box we are connecting a galvanometer. Okay, then we are connecting it to the jockey. The lower part of the circuit is called as a secondary circuit, and the upper part is called as a primary circuit. Now if I consider here how to do it, first of all what we need to do, this switch S needs to be connected with a 1. Okay, so when I connect switch S1, the lower cell, that is a E2 cell, will be disconnected, only the S1 cell will be connected. Okay, तो जैसे S1 सेल को हम लोग कनेक्ट करेंगे, कनेक्ट करने के बाद हम लोग को करना है कि जो जॉकी है, जॉकी को हम लोग को वायर के ऊपर जेंटली उसको टैपिंग करके जाना है. तो जब भी हम लोग उसको ऊपर जेंटली टैपिंग करेंगे तो देखेंगे कि कोई एक पॉइंट पे जो गैल्वेनोमीटर का डिफ्लेक्शन होगा वो एक जीरो आ जाएगा एक पॉइंट पे. ठीक है, सपोज वी कंसीडर दैट पॉइंट एज बिटवीन A and J. At the point J will be getting the galvanometer deflection as 0 for the cell E1. Then उसके बाद हम लोग को करना क्या है, जो S1 सेल जो कनेक्ट करके रखा हुआ है उसको डिस्कनेक्ट करना है. डिस्कनेक्ट करने के बाद इसको कनेक्ट करना है, विल बी कनेक्टिंग नाउ द S2. तो जब भी S2 को कनेक्ट करेंगे तो E2 वाला सेल स्विच ऑन हो जाएगा. तो स्विच ऑन होने के बाद फिर से हम लोग जॉकी प्लेस करके हम लोग द नल डिफ्लेक्शन देखेंगे. नल डिफ्लेक्शन देखने के बाद सपोज द नल डिफ्लेक्शन इज ऑकरिंग एट द पॉइंट J डैश. ओके, नाउ we have seen that जब भी हम लोग ने E1 पे कनेक्ट किया था, तो E1 कनेक्ट करने के बाद जो हम लोग का डिफ्लेक्शन जीरो नल डिफ्लेक्शन आया था एट द पॉइंट J. सपोज इफ आई कंसीडर दैट E1 is equals to VAJ, क्योंकि EMF और पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस दोनों सेम है. So this VAJ is a potential difference between point A and the point J. Okay, then if I consider according to the potentiometer principle, we have potential difference is directly proportional to the length. Suppose if I consider that this length is L1 and the next part suppose length is your suppose L2. Okay, so here I can write VAJ is equals to K into L1 for the first balancing length. Mark this is equation number 1. Similarly, for the second part we'll be getting as VAJ dash will be equals to KL2. This is equation number 2. This is for when we connect the cell E2. Now when we'll be getting this, now suppose if I divide 1 by 2, okay, I can write as VAJ by VAJ dash will be equals to KL1 by KL2. So here I can, both the K will be getting cancelled, so it will be, so this K will be getting cancelled, will be L1 by L2. And what is VAJ by VAJ dash? It is nothing but E1 by E2, which will be equals to L1 by L2. So this is how we can compare the EMF of the two cells. So this for comparing the EMF of the two cells, you will be getting the balancing length L1 and you will be getting the balancing length L2. Divide both the values, you will be getting what is the comparison, that is E1 by E2 ratio will be getting. Okay, so this is the first application of the comparing EMFs of the two cell. So this now let us look at the second application. Okay, now let us see the second application, that is a determining internal resistance of the cell. Now what is the internal resistance? Internal resistance is the resistance offered by the electrolyte in the electrodes of a cell, okay, which we call as the internal resistance. So we need to determine the internal resistance of a cell. Which cell? The cell that is connected here. This is a electrochemical cell. Again the circuit that we have seen the previous one, the first application जो हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया था और जो प्रिंसिपल में डिस्कस किया था, वो सर्किट ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर ही है. प्राइमरी सर्किट इज सिमिलर. सेकेंडरी सर्किट में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है. डिफरेंस क्या है कि वहाँ पे फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन पे हम लोग ने दो सेल हम लोग ने कनेक्ट किया था, यहाँ पे एक सिंगल सेल ही कनेक्टेड है, और सेकेंड सेल जो था उसको डिस्कनेक्ट करके यहाँ पे शंट रेजिस्टेंस कनेक्ट करके रखा हुआ है. ठीक है, सो देयर विल बी टू key, one is this key K2 and the other one is the key K1. Now what we need to do, we need to find out the internal resistance of this cell. तो पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे, पहले इसको डिस्कनेक्ट करके रखेंगे. जब इसको डिस्कनेक्ट करेंगे तो देखेंगे कि इसका बैलेंसिंग पॉइंट किस पॉइंट पे आता है. सपोज कंसीडर करते हैं वो J पॉइंट पे है, और जब इसको कनेक्ट करेंगे तो ZS पे है. ठीक है, सो द बैलेंसिंग लेंथ वन इज L1 एंड फॉर द अदर वन विल बी L2. डिफरेंस क्या आएगा, जब भी हम लोग इसको डिस्कनेक्ट करके रखेंगे तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, कोई भी करंट सेल से विड्रॉ नहीं करेगा. जब भी करंट सेल से विड्रॉ नहीं करता है तो हम लोग को जो वैल्यू मिलता है, हम लोग को मिलता है EMF ऑफ ए सेल. ओके, नाउ we will be getting as E will be equals to VAJ, that is the potential difference between A and J, and that will be equals to K into L1. Okay, suppose this is equation number 1 when we only connect the electrochemical cell. Now close key K2. So when you close key K2, this resistance, that is a shunt resistance, will be applied to the circuit, and when this shunt resistance will be applied to the circuit, current will be withdrawn from the cell. So when the current is withdrawn from the cell, then what happens, this EMF will be changed to potential difference. Okay, so V will be equals to, we can write as KL2. This is equation number 2. Now how to determine the internal resistance? Now we have a relation that we know V is equals to E minus I into R, or we can consider that R will be equals to V minus E divided by I. Okay, so this is the formula for the determining internal resistance, or we can consider as, so from here we can determine internal resistance, that is E minus of V divided by, we will be getting as I. So from here I can calculate as E minus of V. I can by using the Ohm's law, that is V is equals to I into R. So I will be equals to, I can write as V by R, or this will be equals to E by V minus of 1 into R. So this is the formula for determining the internal resistance. Now you can see E and V is already in equation number 1 and equation number 2. So if I put the value of equation 1 and equation 2, so R will be equals to KL1 divided by KL2 minus of 1 into R. So this K and this K will be getting cancelled. So this will be equals to L1 by L2 minus of 1 into R. So this is a formula for determining the internal resistance of the cell. So these are the two applications of the potentiometer. One is determining internal resistance, and the other one we have discussed is about the comparing EMF of the cell. Okay, so this much up till this chapter. So in the next class we'll be discussing some of the numericals related to this potentiometer and the meter bridge. Okay, thank you.